Scheiße, tatsächlich. Einführung zum Spiel. Ne, das ist schon dasselbe. Auch mit den verschiedenen Dingern. Ja, ich hätte gern ein fancy japanisches Schiff, nicht dieses schnellbootartige Ding. Alter, was ist denn das da alles? Wie kann ich nochmal aussteigen? Warte mal, wo war das? Leertaste. Jetzt. Hallo, Leute. Wow, danke. Die Musik wirkt ein bisschen leise. Oder schüchtern? Okay. Hä? Ich kann die einfach einsammeln? Okay, und dann den dann hier hin und fertig. Tatsächlich. Cool. Also ich habe einen Ausgangspunkt und ich muss das irgendwo hinbringen. Ja, coole Mechanik eigentlich. Oh, was ist das da hinten? Schön, dass sie alle ausschauen, wie wenn der Strom wird. Sehr schön. Kniet nieder vor. Ciao. Ja, ich habe jetzt erstmal überlegen müssen. Ich habe viel zu viel Zeug, was ich jetzt immer bekomme. Errungenschaft. Besiege einen Kiaragi, galoppierender Blitz, während seine Waffe mit Strom aufgeladen ist. Alter, ich habe nicht mal gesehen, ob der irgendwie aufgeladen war. Abenteuerlizenz, was ist hier? Achso, ja, das sind bloß die dämlichen Gebiete. La 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 la. Hä? Schmetterling. Zack. So dunkle Wälder finde ich immer geil. Gibt's hier auch anderes Holz? Otogi-Holz, tatsächlich. Aralia-Holz. Alter, ich bin hier nicht rum. Da ist er. Okay, die dann ja wirklich nur Kisten beirufen. Was soll das denn das? Hä? Krieg ich Schaden? Keine Ahnung. Was ist denn das? War das ein Tanuki? Verdammt, die sind ja doch Fatui. Ja, gib dein Zeug her, ich will weitergehen. Nervensäge. Was habt denn ihr schon wieder für Probleme? Ja, ich bin nur auf der Durchreise.
Time to scout. More speed.
Alter.
Shudder.
Ihr kleinen Säcke hier. Noch blöder kann man sie nicht hinstellen. So. Habt ihr euren Scheiß. Dafür nehme ich meinen ganzen Mist mit. Meine Kiste. Meine. Okay, ich glaube, dem Typen geht's gut. Chinchu-Wald. Da ist er. Ist er da?
More speed.
Führt ihr uns da entlang oder was ist los? Hä? Hä, ist er nicht da irgendwo hin? Ja, wir müssen doch mal Truppe. Wir tauschen mal die Janfei gegen Fischl. Hallo Fischl, wir haben uns schon lange nicht mehr benutzt. Hey, der Sack hat sich ja nur verkleidet untersuchen. Glücksklee. Okay. Na, dann bin ich jetzt mal gespannt. Da ist auch das sagt's mal. Beliebtheitsding da. Oder Ruf. Genau, Rufpunkte-Teil. Hallo. Hab ihn Pizza zu verkaufen. Ah, war mit Champignon.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Das Jahregemach lässt sich schwer übertreffen.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Alter, ich kenne die schon, ich hab sie dabei.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Das ist irgendwie enttäuschend.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot.
Irgendwas passiert noch, dass wir sie sehen.
Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power and we can...
Ich will bloß den Shogun Raiden treffen.
Oh,
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
Ich werde jetzt gehen.
no, please, wait. Please, don't go.
Was?
I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
Du hörst Kamisato Ayaka die Geschichte der 3 Personen erzählen, die ihr göttliches
A
Auge verloren
warrior
haben.
who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Ist das Zorro?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here.
Ich werde tun, wie geheißen.
Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Kann ich einfach außen rumlaufen? Wie sie halt da nicht ist? Was soll denn der Käse? Ja, ich hätte es mir denken können. Wir sparen uns die Animation, deswegen stellen wir sie einfach da nicht hin. Verdammt, jetzt habe ich immer... vom Schwert gefunden. Im Herbst. Warum habe ich das Schwert im Herbst... warum hat mich das Schwert im Herbst gefunden? Warum nicht im Sommer? Ist das da unten? Ja, es ist freilich da unten. Haha. Ist das dein Mac? Ist das ein Tier? Alter, da ist schon wieder dieses Tanuki. Falls das ein Tanuki ist. War ein Tanuki ein Waschbär? Ja. Hä? Wo ist sie jetzt hin? Sakura-Blüte? Cool. Ach, das ist er wieder gewesen. Glücksfeder. Halt, warte mal, das sind nur... Jetzt merke ich erst, dass das dämliche Zeug nur Artefakte sind. Was soll denn das? Noch mehr Sakura-Blüten. Ah, warte. Oder warte, geht das so auch?
No rest for the wicked.
By royal decree.
Ah, so sammeln wir Sakura-Blüten. Jetzt komme ich mit. Ich dachte, die Dinger könnte man nur sammeln, wenn sie im Ding, in dem Ding drin sind. Wo laufe ich eigentlich hin? Ich bin schon wieder weiß der Geier wo. Was ist das da? Heilige Sakura. Anordnung immer während der Vorrichtung. Gut, dass der gleich in der Nähe vom Teleporter ist.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see. I summon thee. Oh,
Warum der Wandel?
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
One day, I'll read as
Hä? Oh. Mahiru.
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay.
Nee, Tenjima ist mir komplett egal. Was ist passiert?
Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
I'll be as great as Ryuji.
You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay.
Alle zählen auf dich.
True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone.
Mich interessiert gerade viel mehr, was das da hinten ist.
In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back?
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
Okay, wo muss ich das suchen? Da hinten irgendwo. Ich weiß, es ist in einer anderen Richtung. Ich will das Zeug hier einsammeln. Mysteriöse Buchseite. Hä? Als 10 Seiten gesammelt hast, kannst du die Geschichte aus der Tokigase. Prolog. Futterbar. Was wollte ich jetzt? Ach ja, genau, ich wollte hier lang. Und es liegt halt hier einfach rum. Oh, ich weiß nicht, wo es ist. Ich muss es suchen. Oh Mann, es liegt da.
This looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was Black Snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait, there's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
Wo ist der Schrein? Wer ist da? Ah. Spuren betrachten.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
Suche Hinweise im Tagebuch mit Hilfe des Elementarblicks. Hä? Wo will der hin? Ah.
Here we are! This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look. It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again?
Wenn wir in diesem Krieg getrennt werden, warte auf mich im Dorf Konda, wo es ein Zuhause für uns in Frieden geben muss. Hier.
So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh? Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Also ist der andere im Krieg gefallen. Wobei es aber von einem Mädchen geheißen hat. Keine Ahnung.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out. Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared.
Macht dich das traurig?
No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
Willst du also immer noch aufbrechen?
I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? when I think about it like that. I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad.
Es gibt wohl nichts Traurigeres, als den Grund der Trauer zu verlieren.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
Okay. Das sind schon harte Geschichten, ey. Noch unbekannt. Wie viel wurde Dinge jetzt? 1, 2? Halt, warte, wir müssen ja überlegen, dass es hier auch noch weitergeht. Oh, fuck, das wird nur schlimm. Und ich find's geil. Die Frage ist, was nützt es? Die alle zu sammeln.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation. How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Notvorräte, meinen Sie damit Nahrung?
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.